What is going on, everyone? Hope you're all doing well. Today we're going to be talking about whether or not your PC can handle the upcoming Portal RTX free DLC update, which I'm very excited about. Big fan of the Portal series. In fact, earlier this year I even made a video, sort of like a love letter to Portal, and how I'm sad that we're probably never going to get a Portal 3, unfortunately, which I really wish that we would. But awesome that we're getting this fully ray-traced Portal update completely for free if you're an owner of the Portal game, the original Portal game. And also, in a couple minutes, I'm actually going to give away a copy of Portal. So stay tuned for that. Give away a free copy of that, which you'll be able to use for the Portal RTX if you want to. And we've also got a quick look at the upcoming PlayStation Plus games for December 2022. It is a solid lineup which seeks to, I think, sort of make amends for the terrible games that they did last year for the holiday season on PlayStation Plus for all of its paying members. So let's get into it. But first, today's video is brought to you by Keysfan.com and their software super deal, where you can get some of the best prices out there on Microsoft software. Especially with my coupon code, you can get half off of Windows keys, as well as 62% off on Microsoft Office products like Windows 10 Pro, Windows 11 Pro, and Office 2019 Professional Plus and Office 2021 Professional Plus. And they've also got a bundle with Windows 10 Pro and Office 2019 in the same package. To save money on Windows 10 Pro, just go ahead and add the key to your cart, which starts off at $15.17. But once you get into your cart, you can go ahead and apply my discount code at checkout, YTB50, and that will give you a shocking 50% off, bringing the price down to just over $7 at $7.58. And when you proceed to checkout, you can pay with either a credit card or PayPal, whichever one happens to fit your needs. And this also applies to Microsoft Office products, but again, you're going to get 62% off on Office products with the code YTB62 at checkout. Applying that to the $67.40 price, Office 2019 brings the price down to a stunning $25.61. So I don't know what you're waiting for. If you need your software keys, head over to Keysfan.com right now and be sure to use those coupon codes at checkout. YTB50 on Windows products for half off, and YTB62 for 62% off on Microsoft Office products. First up, we're going to start with the system requirements for Portal RTX, so you guys can find out if your PC is going to be able to handle this game. Now, you're not actually going to need a 4000 series NVIDIA graphics card. I mean, it's certainly going to help, as the game will have frame generation and tons of ray tracing, fully ray-traced effects in this. So it's going to be pretty darn demanding to run, and if you don't happen to own a copy of Portal, I'm going to go ahead and put a Steam code on the screen right now. There it is. One lucky person. Sorry, whoever grabs it first gets it. If you somehow don't own Portal, like, there you go. Fantastic game. Hopefully you enjoy it. Now, the ray tracing update will not be coming out until December 8th. So that game code for Steam is not going to give you access to the RTX DLC right now, but you will be able to download it as a free update on December 8th. I can also confirm that I've already been testing the Portal RTX update, as I was given code by NVIDIA. That's how actually I got that game code, so thanks to NVIDIA for giving that to me. They gave that to me as well as another code for the RTX update so that I could get access to it early as a reviewer, but I didn't need the Portal code because I already owned Portal 1 and Portal 2. So I figured I would just give it to one of you guys out there that maybe needs it. Now, getting into the system requirements, I can't talk about performance or anything yet, but I can confirm the embargo time is going to be on Tuesday, December 6th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific. A little bit of a weird time, but that's when the review embargoes are for performance and all that for impressions for Portal RTX. So stay tuned for all of that coming next week. I'll have a day one review for you guys and a port report for Portal RTX. But jumping into the system requirements, as I said, you do not need a 4000 series card in order to just try out Portal RTX and see what it's all about. But it would certainly help, as frame generation is going to help considerably with a fully ray-traced game. Looking at the minimum, though, Windows 10 or Windows 11 processor, an i7-6700 or Ryzen 5 3600, 16 gigabytes of RAM. Not a very taxing game CPU-wise. It's still pretty dated. It's been around for quite some time. But for the graphics, an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 with DLSS 2 support. No mention of AMD cards, so I don't know if they'll even be able to use the ray tracing effects. It's like, are they like proprietary NVIDIA ray tracing? We'd have to wait and see if the newer AMD cards can run this, but they're not listed in the requirements. Could just be because of an NVIDIA thing, like, oh, this is like an NVIDIA push title, so we're not even going to mention requirements for the other guys, although they do list AMD CPUs, so a little weird. 25 gigabytes of available space, because the download is a fair amount bigger than just the base game, and this is for 1080p 30 FPS with high settings. That's what that's targeting there with an RTX 3060. The recommended same CPU and RAM requirements, but it jumps up to an RTX 3080. This is, again, using DLSS 2, which I assume, I'm sort of coming to the conclusion that when they mention that something is using DLSS with NVIDIA at least, they're typically referring to the auto setting or performance, but mostly I think auto is what they use. I don't think they use quality in a lot of what they mention. It's usually auto or performance, so take that for what it is. But they say this should get you 1080p 60 FPS with high settings, so not completely maxed out. And then on the ultra side of things get a little bit dicey here. So the CPU requirements do jump up to an i7-12700K or a Ryzen 9 5900 with 32 gigabytes of system memory, and for the GPU, as you would expect, an RTX 4080 that has DLSS 3 or frame generation support, and this is targeting 4K 60 FPS with ultra settings, and I'm sorry, I cannot confirm nor deny what the RTX 4080 can do with this particular list of settings that they're using here, especially because we don't know for 100%, I mean, not that I could anyway, but we don't know 100% sure what they're referring to when they say DLSS 3, like, but what about, are they quality, performance, automatic, DLSS setting, outside of the frame generation stuff, which is like really its own thing. I hate that it's called DLSS 3. It's not. It doesn't even call it that in menus. It's frame generation. DLSS is like its own completely separate thing. I just think they're latching on to the name of DLSS because it has gotten good press in recent years, ever since they sort of updated it and improved on it. So I really hate the naming of DLSS 3. Like, just it's frame generation, but it's confusing because, like, yes, you're obviously going to need to use DLSS 2 and DLSS 3 because they're two completely different things. Come on, NVIDIA, just fix the naming. It doesn't need to be this complicated. Now, as I said, Portal RTX, this is going to be a free update. It's coming out December 8th, but reviews will be December 6th. And if you were lucky enough to grab that game code earlier, you'll get your update for free on December 8th, so you can try out the RTX stuff yourself. But let me know down in the comments below if this is something you're looking forward to or could not give less of a shit. Like I said, I'm a big Portal fan, so I'm looking forward to playing this. I've already played it. I've kind of told you that. I've already played it, so yeah, I can't say if it's good or bad. Let's just say I think based on images and videos I've seen, I like it. I can say that, I think. Maybe. But yeah, this game, even if you don't own it, it's not particularly expensive. It goes for about $10. But honestly, I've seen this during holiday sales for like 99 cents. I believe pretty sure they've given it away several times in the past. It's a dated game. It's been around since 2007. 15 years old this October. Wow. So yeah, you can get it on a sale. You can probably find it on a key site pretty cheap or wait for the holiday sale. And they'll probably have this for 99 cents unless they're trying to milk it because they know the RTX update is out and people might want it. Next up, just sort of a personal thing to share. PlayStation Plus games. I'm a big fan of my PS5. Absolutely love gaming on it. I know a lot of you are PC gamers, but the PlayStation Plus games for December I thought were worth mentioning because it is a very solid lineup of games. And to maybe refresh your memory if you don't care or if you forgot, last year at this time they had announced the December monthly games, and this was it for 2021. An absolutely horrendous lineup in my opinion. Mortal Shell, Lego DC Supervillains, and Godfall Challenger Edition. Godfall, I guess you can make a case, but not really an amazing lineup, for the holiday season. We're talking about Christmas time, Hanukkah time, all that stuff. Eggnog, maybe, etc., Christmas trees and things. You would think that the free game list would be on point, but no, last year it was pretty disappointing to the vast majority of gamers on the PlayStation Plus users. This year around, I think they did a solid turnaround. So you're actually getting a total of 5 games because it includes the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which is awesome. The updated versions of those games, all 3, Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, not Andromeda. but you get the full Mass Effect Commander Shepard trilogy, which is awesome. One of my favorite game franchises of all time. You're also getting DKO Divine Knockout, which I believe releases on the same exact day as these games are coming out, which is December 6th for PlayStation Plus members. A lot happened December 6th. Portal RTX reviews, new PlayStation Plus games. DKO, not a game I'm super familiar with. I took a look at it. It's like a third-person perspective brawler, kind of cartoony. Not really my vibe. But I will tell you that I am happy to see Biomutant on here. This game sort of came out to middling reviews. I did a PC port review on it, and it wasn't like fantastic at all. It had some performance issues, but in terms of the gameplay and everything, like looking at Metacritic scores, it sits at like about a 6.7 user score, I believe. I checked right before doing this. It was like 6.4 or 6.7. I can't remember which one of those was like the critics and one was the users, but it came out to pretty middling reviews when this game launched. But for free, I'll download it and give it another shot now months later, and maybe it's improved. Maybe they've added more content. Maybe they've improved performance and fixed it at least on PlayStation 5. So something like this where a game comes out, it can kind of get a second life, by just being given away completely for free. And people are like, you know what, this game's actually not that bad, especially for free. I mean, I wouldn't want to spend $70 on it, but if you're going to give me the fucking thing for free, I'll go ahead and give it a wee rumble. Kind of like Battlefield 2042 right now, which is on Game Pass. I think it came out on Game Pass on the 22nd of November, which is when Season 3 of 2042 launched. I could be wrong about that, but I saw that it was on Game Pass, and I was like, when the hell did this come to Game Pass? And there was like some articles earlier on in the month about it coming for Season 3, which started on November 22nd, so doing my mathematics, I can assume that it came out on the 22nd. And it is on Game Pass, and I'll probably download it and try it. I'll give it a try. I'll see how bad is BF 2042 in late 2022. That's something I'm curious to find out. Maybe we'll do a video on it, revisiting that fucking train wreck of a game. God, that was a levolution, wasn't it? But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Hopefully you guys all have a fantastic day. Let me know your thoughts and everything on Portal RTX down in the comments below if you're looking forward to it. And I will catch you next time for another video. Peace.